Listen up, folks. The most common healthy eating plans aren't about starving yourself or living on lettuce. It's about balance, whole foods, and making changes that last longer than a commercial break. Today, we're diving headfirst into the most popular eating plans out there. Real food, real results, and no more excuses for serving up rubbish on your plate. First up, we're jetting off to the Mediterranean, where the food is as vibrant as the scenery. This diet is all about fresh, flavorful ingredients. Juicy tomatoes, plump olives, glistening olive oil, and more fish than you can shake a stick at. We're talking whole grains, fresh fruits, vegetables bursting with flavor, nuts and seeds for crunch, and lean proteins like fish and poultry. The Mediterranean diet is a heart-healthy champion, packed with antioxidants and good fats. Research shows it can lower your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even some cancers. So ditch the processed crap and embrace the Mediterranean way of eating. Next up, we're tapping into the power of plants. Plant-based diets are all the rage these days, and for good reason. They're packed with nutrients, fiber, and flavor that'll leave you feeling energized and satisfied. We're talking a rainbow of vegetables, from leafy greens to vibrant root vegetables. Add in a variety of fruits, bursting with vitamins and antioxidants. Don't forget about the hearty whole grains like quinoa and brown rice, and legumes like lentils and chickpeas, which are packed with protein and fiber. Vegans ditch all animal products, while vegetarians might still dabble in dairy or eggs. Plant-based diets can lower cholesterol, reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and help shed extra pounds. A delicious plant-based meal could be a hearty bowl of quinoa, tossed with roasted vegetables, protein-packed chickpeas, and creamy avocado. Now, for those of you with blood pressure higher than my temper in the kitchen, listen up. The DASH diet is here to save the day. DASH stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. And trust me, it's not as complicated as it sounds. This plan is all about loading up on foods that help lower blood pressure and giving the boot to those that send it soaring. Think of it as a culinary intervention for your heart. We're talking a plethora of fruits and vegetables, bursting with potassium and fiber. Add in a healthy dose of whole grains, lean proteins like fish and chicken, and low-fat dairy for calcium. We're slashing sodium, added sugars, and saturated fats. The DASH diet is a proven winner, folks. It's been shown to lower blood pressure, improve heart health, and help you take control of your health. Picture this: a plate piled high with grilled chicken breast, seasoned to perfection, alongside a medley of steamed vegetables and a scoop of fluffy brown rice. Chapter 4. Intermittent fasting, feast or famine? Right, let's talk about intermittent fasting, the trendy kid on the block. Now, this one isn't about what you eat, but when you eat. It's about cycling between periods of eating and fasting, like a culinary roller coaster. One popular method is the 16-8 plan. You fast for 16 hours, then have an 8-hour window to feast like royalty. Another option is the 5-2 plan, where you eat normally for 5 days and then rein it in for 2 days with reduced calories. Intermittent fasting has some serious benefits. It's been linked to weight loss, improved metabolic health, and even a sharper brain. Intermittent fasting is all about finding a rhythm that works for you. Chapter 5. Low-carb lifestyles, keto, and beyond. Now let's talk about low-carb diets, the darlings of the weight loss world. These plans are all about cutting back on carbohydrates and replacing them with protein and healthy fats. One of the most popular low-carb diets is the ketogenic diet, or keto for short. This one's for the serious carb cutters, drastically reducing carb intake while increasing fat consumption. The goal is to send your body into a state called ketosis, where it starts burning fat for fuel instead of carbs. A typical keto meal might be eggs cooked in butter or coconut oil with a side of avocado. But remember, with any diet, balance is key. Chapter 6. Whole30, a culinary reset. Right, let's talk about Whole30, a 30-day program that's not for the faint of heart. This one's about hitting the reset button on your eating habits and identifying any hidden food sensitivities. For 30 days, you're saying goodbye to sugar, alcohol, grains, legumes, dairy, and processed foods. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. You'll be feasting on whole, unprocessed foods like fresh fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, and seeds. Think of it as a culinary detox, a chance to cleanse your palate and rediscover the natural flavors of real food. Imagine waking up to a breakfast of scrambled eggs with spinach and a side of sliced avocado.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin.
Chapter 7, Flexitarian, the best of both worlds. Now, for those of you who love the idea of plant-based eating but aren't quite ready to give up meat entirely, the flexitarian diet is your new best friend. It's all about flexibility, allowing you to enjoy the health benefits of a vegetarian diet while still indulging in the occasional burger or steak. The key here is to make plant-based foods the star of your plate, with meat and fish taking a back seat. You'll be loading up on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. But here's the beauty of it. You can still enjoy meat or fish a couple of times a week. Think of it as a special treat, something to savor and enjoy. Chapter 8, Paleo, eating like our ancestors. Finally, let's travel back in time to the Paleolithic era with the paleo diet. This plan is all about embracing the foods our hunter-gatherer ancestors thrived on, back when processed foods were just a twinkle in a caveman's eye. We're talking about a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods like meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Grains, legumes, and dairy are off the menu, as are processed foods, sugar, and refined oils. Imagine a typical paleo meal, a juicy grass-fed steak cooked to perfection, alongside a pile of roasted sweet potatoes and a colorful medley of green vegetables. The paleo diet is a great option for those looking to reduce their intake of processed foods and focus on nutrient-dense whole foods. Your healthy eating journey starts now. So there you have it, a crash course in some of the most popular healthy eating plans out there. Remember, the best diet is the one you can stick to. It's about finding a way of eating that makes you feel your best, both physically and mentally. So ditch the processed crap, embrace real food, and get cooking. Which plan fits your lifestyle best? Let us know in the comments, and remember, healthy eating is about finding balance, not restriction.